I was born in 1995. In 1995 was quite an important year for the internet because it was the year that the internet became... it was the first year that the internet wasn't run through the government. It was the first year the internet became commercialized and sites like eBay and Yahoo started. So it was the first year that the internet came into sort of public consciousness. Probably cooking. I don't know. I had a dream that was really scary, where I was playing Walton Violin Chapter, but I hadn't learned the second or third movement, and I came on stage and I wasn't dressed properly in consequence. I was just wearing like a t-shirt, and I had this pile of loose photocopies of the second and third movement, and I was trying to play it with some orchestra, and it was terrible. It wasn't real, luckily. Someone I've listened to a lot, I mean there's so many great musicians, but is Glenn Gould, especially the Goldberg variations and those recordings of the Arte Fugue. They're all-time favourites for me. Well, it's different for who I have to, for playing and for listening to. For listening to, I'd almost definitely choose Bach. But for playing, I'm a huge fanatic of the music of York Bowen. I think his viola music is just perfectly written. I don't think I have anyone very famous in myself. I guess my parents are really great role models for me. They're both musicians, and I look up to them. The viola. It can also be the viola in the wrong hands. Food is very important to me. I love going to restaurants, I love cooking, so I guess being a chef, it might be slightly too stressful, there's so much demand, but yeah, I'd quite like to have a go at that. I had lots of dreams when I was a kid. When I was really young, there's something I remember quite well. I always used to walk to school with my mum, and there's these things that, I don't know what they're even called, these vans that come past to fix lampposts, and the guys go in there and they get jacked up right to, I don't know, 20 feet in the air, and then they just change the bulbs on the lamppost. And I always thought that was the most awesome job, just to do that. I've never really thought about it, but I would say I'm quite an optimistic person in general. Not much really. I think I'm quite happy with most of the choices I made. I wouldn't really want to change much. I guess doing what you love with integrity and finding the right balance of working really hard but not to the point that you're not enjoying it anymore. I think that's the most important thing, to always keep the enjoyment of it there. I mean, I can't say for sure, but I think classical music has a good future. I think there's so many great young artists who are really passionate about what they do, and there's the whole new sort of realm of the internet, which is another way for us to communicate our art. And so I think there's a good future ahead. I think it'll be a different future to what has come before, but I think a good future.